So I know every single offseason for every team, people talk about how good everyone's draft was and how everyone was a winner, and I know the Cowboys have a long way to go and so much to do to get back on track, and I know Jerry's world is a mess up top, but I thought the Cowboys addressed their needs. They didn't get flashy, they took the best player available in multiple rounds, and they definitely got some high-class individuals that can come in and provide instant value. I'm not going to talk about the problems the Cowboys have as a team in this video, that's a topic for another day. Today I just want to specifically talk about what the Cowboys got in the draft, and I want to break down each specific player. But first, before I begin, I would really appreciate it if you would drop a like and subscribe. It only takes 5 seconds, plus you can always change your mind. We are on the road to 50,000 subscribers, and with your support, I believe that we can get there super fast. Alright, so as most of us know by now, at pick number 12, the Cowboys took Tyler Booker, a right guard out of Alabama. And this dude is a people mover. When he gets his hands on you, it's over. I think a lot of people were shocked by the Cowboys' willingness to go offensive line and not get flashy. This was definitely a more polarizing pick, but we should have seen this coming because the Cowboys love taking offensive linemen. They definitely had a new hole at right guard coming into this draft with them losing Zach Martin, and I think Tyler Booker is the perfect fit because he's tall, he's big, and has extremely strong hands. Sometimes one worry when offensive linemen get drafted into the league is the physicality and size, because being big in college does not always immediately mean the size is going to translate to the NFL, and usually most guys are asked to get even bigger, but there is a reason why Booker was selected so high at pick 12. He is a grown man and is clearly, right now, ready to compete at the highest level on Sundays. The good thing about drafting an offensive lineman like Booker is that he has the intangibles that you can't teach. Like, you almost can't mess him up. Obviously, you can tweak some things and change some things, but at the end of the day, this is a massive, strong, people-moving type of dude. And having that foundation is why this was a safe pick for the Cowboys to make, because they need to build from the ground up. Tyler Booker is going to hold up well against power rushers on the inside. He's going to protect the front of the pocket, give Dak space to slide up and make a throw, and Dak over the past few years has been at his best when the interior was at its best. I really do think coming into this draft, everyone was thinking wide receiver. Obviously, there was some thought of offensive line being an option, but the time came around, Booker was available, and reach or not, the Cowboys got a reliable and safe player here, so I'm going to grade this pick an A-, but I'm curious to hear what you guys think. Alright, now moving on to the Cowboys' second pick. I know a lot of fans were kind of disappointed in how days 2 and 3 unfolded, because there were some names that were circled on a lot of Cowboys analysts and fans' mock drafts that did not get selected. For example, somebody like Jack Besh going to the Raiders. But I think everyone just needs to take a deep breath and just let everything unfold, because there are so many videos out about how wrong people are majority of the time about the draft and what players teams pick. I mean, there's that one clip of that Chiefs fan getting all pissed off about the Mahomes pick, and same for Josh Allen. So let's talk about the pick of Donovan Ezrau, an edge out of Boston College. I do like this pick, except for the trend that's going on here. Last year in the draft, the Cowboys went offensive line in round 1 and defensive edge in round 2. And then this year, same exact thing, O-line in round 1 and D-line in round 2. And I'm all for these picks and building that foundation. It's super important for every franchise, but I'm a little worried about the lack of explosive playmaking on this team, especially at running back and receiver. Like in 2025, having those athletes are just as important as having the foundation up front on both sides. But anyways, let's talk about Donovan Ezrau. I think edge is one of the deeper positions that the Cowboys have, so that's why this was kind of a puzzling pick when the Cowboys made it, but added depth is added depth, and Donovan is a fantastic player. This was a prime example of not drafting for need and just grabbing the best player available, because on some mock drafts, I saw this guy as high as 17. Dallas really stayed true to their board here. His numbers at Boston College were just insane. He was a stat sheet stuffer. He totaled 113 solo tackles, 215 combined. He had 47 tackles for a loss, 30 sacks, and 8 forced fumbles. And really, he got better year by year, and his numbers were first round production. It was just one of those drafts where based on how things went down, he just kept falling. This is a guy with barely any and really no red flags, if I'm being honest, and I really think you can just plug him right into what the Cowboys are doing and he can adapt quickly. He has an explosive first step. I've seen him use various moves like the swim move to get by his man and to the quarterback. He has the ability to get low and bend around the edge. Like I said, he's got a deep bag of tricks. He really can consistently win at the line of scrimmage, and if you're a nerd like me, watching his tape will keep you on the edge of your seat. Obviously, he has a few things he can improve on, like every rookie does, but I think this definitely was the best available type of pick. It's going to be fun to watch his year 1 unfold and what happens in training camp. Now moving on to the Cowboys' 3rd round pick, let's talk about Shavon Revel, a corner out of East Carolina. This is a guy I broke down a lot in my pre-draft evaluation videos with other teams because he was a guy that I saw would be a fit for multiple organizations, so this is one I can confidently say was an A+ pick in the 3rd round. I had him going way higher, and getting an extra corner is never a bad thing. One of the main reasons that Revel fell is because he is coming off an ACL injury in week 3 of last year. It doesn't seem like that injury is going to be a major issue moving forward. It might hold him out of those early team activities and like rookie camp, but nonetheless, the injury is not anything to even really talk about. It's insignificant at this point, and I'm going to make an NBA comparison for those of you who are basketball fans. This comparison might not make sense to many of you, but I'm a Cleveland Cavaliers fan, and this is such a Darius Garland pick. He played 5 games at Vanderbilt and got hurt and was done for the season, and he stayed under the radar for a while, but there was no denying that he was the most shifty and one of the most talented players in the draft. So the Cavs got him at 5, they took him because he was the best player available, and now he is probably the best player in the draft, especially if the Cavs win it all. I think the Cowboys and Revel are in a pretty similar situation, and even more so because ECU is a similar and untalked about school. This Revel pick makes me a lot more confident in the Donovan Ezrau pick because now it makes the best player available type of pick look good at pick 44 because they still got another one of their guys in the 3rd round. This pick can be described in one word: value, value, value. This dude has so much raw athleticism. He can get in passing lanes, clog them up, bat down passes. He's tall and lanky, but that doesn't hinder his movement at all. We are not exactly sure what his 40 speed is right now on paper because of his injury, but the film doesn't lie. He is a guy that could stay stride for stride with any receiver at the college level, and he was always asked to guard the opponent's best guy. And honestly, I really do think football should be less focused on the stats and the speed numbers on paper and look more at the film. Can the player stay stride for stride with opponents? Can they catch up to someone in space? Those are the things that matter. Those are the 3 guys that I wanted to talk about in this video. I'll of course be sure to get to the later round picks and do a part 2 type of video next, but overall, as of right now, I'm going to grade the Cowboys' first 3 rounds of the draft a B+, and Jerry Jones did not get flashy. He got a lot of value, and I can't criticize anything right now. Obviously, like I mentioned, people are pissed off at the management and ownership of this team, and there still is a lot of glaring issues, and the Cowboys are a long way away from getting back on the right track. But just in terms of the draft, I think the Cowboys got some great guys that can come in and make a day 1 impact. That's really all I have to say for this video. Thank you all so much if you made it to this point, and if you enjoyed and haven't yet, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe because your support truly does mean the world. And also, let me know what you would like to see next, and until then, I will see you all later.